guys, today I'm filming my second update for my summer project 10 pan, and I know this is going up very late, but the only products that I've been able to make extra progress on would be the lip products because I wore them when I was working, but all the other makeup I only wore when I was filming, and I, filmed like a dozen videos or so. So all of that progress is really like accurate for a month, and the lip products just have a little bit more progress in them. But overall, I made progress on everything except for one thing I just kind of stopped using. But I'm feeling really excited to share all these products with you. I did finish 3 things in this past month, which is great. And the first thing would be the Murad Oil and Pore Control Mattifier. I just had this little deluxe sample size, and I had squeezed out all of the remainder of the product and put it in this little Clinique sample jar, all used up. I really enjoy this primer. I actually have a mini size. It's actually pretty big. Like, yeah, it's really big for a mini. I really enjoy this. It is a nice matte primer for me that usually doesn't ball up on my skin with other moisturizers or with other primers. It works really well. It did work very well with the Touch and Soul primer, so I'm very happy I have another one of it, and I feel like the size that I have right now is perfect. It is not necessary that full size. I think if you used it as a moisturizer, sure, but as a primer, it's gonna take you way too long to get through it, especially if you're wanting to use this for an SPF product. But I do enjoy this. I'm happy that I do have another in my collection. Then I also finished my foundation, which is super exciting. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage, number 10, light beige. This is in my year-long project pan. So this line here was from my intro for my summer project. That's where I was last month. Now it is all gone. And I left this sitting upside down in a Clinique sample jar. I have like 4 of them, so that all the product would come out, and it lasted me a long time. And I really love this foundation. It's a super thin consistency, but it does give really great full coverage. This shade is too dark for me, and it's the lightest color, which is a huge bummer. I would love for them to extend the shade range. I know that they've done it once, but there's a lot of improving to do shade wise. This is a really good formula. I've heard it compared to the Fenty matte foundation, and it's something that I will repurchase in the future. I don't need to repurchase a foundation anytime soon. I have a ton. It takes me a long time to get through them, and I was a little annoyed how long it took me to get through this because I'm panning it, but I'm glad that I definitely got my money's worth, and this is a really, really good foundation, I'd say, for people that have normal to oily skin. And then the other product I finished was the Rare Beauty Liquid Lip Balm in Nearly Neutral. I did take out the stopper, and I jacked my hand all the way up trying to get it out. And here is what the container looks like. So there's a little bit of product up here. I could not get a Q-tip or the doe foot in that area. I use this up. I don't love this formula. Something about the way it feels on my lips is just a little weird, and it can be a little bit sticky as it wears off. It doesn't give as much color as I was wanting. This one is good, but I did buy the apricot shade, and it was super, super sheer, so I would not purchase these. It's an interesting formula, and I really wanted to like it, but I just didn't. So I'm super happy this was used up. I remember when I got this little mini as a sample, I was like, I'm gonna use this in 5 seconds, like 5 uses max, it's done. Not true. I actually got a lot of use out of that, which is great. Now to show you the progress on all of my other items. Very exciting progress here. So first I have the MAC Fix Plus, the coconut one. I'm using this as a primer spray. It's a 1 ounce bottle. And I was right here at the intro. This is my first update, and I'm all the way down here at my second update, which is fantastic. Ton of progress there, and I will totally have this finished by the finale. Last month I was a little worried and thinking I might have to use it as a primer and a setting spray to get it used up, but I think I should be just fine using this as a primer spray, which is very exciting. Then for my all over primer, I'm using the Touch and Soul No Poreblem primer, and I was right here at the intro. This is my first update, and you'll see that it is actually empty now because I scraped out all of the remainder of the product, not from this line. I've used it a good bit. I was having a hard time pumping it out, so I decided to put it in one of my famous Clinique sample jars. And this is all that is left, which is insane. So this will be done by the finale for sure. I've used it a couple times since it's been in this jar, but for the past couple days, I've actually been using something else to test out. And because, you know, I wanted to just show it to you guys like this in the update. So it's insane how much of this that I've been through in this project. I really like it, but I have a lot of primer. So I'm feeling super excited that I will have this finished, because I did think I might have this roll over into fall project pan, but that won't be necessary, which is amazing. Then we have my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in 100 True Alabaster. I was using this as a mixer with my Catrice foundation. So now that the Catrice is done, I'm gonna put this back in my collection, but I had been weighing this so we could see the progress. So at the intro, this weighed 1.14 ounces. First update, it was 1.097. And at my second update, it is 1.067. So happy that I've made progress on it. I'm still not able to see through it. It definitely does feel a bit lighter. And this is something that I will probably try to pan next year. But I'm happy I got a little bit of use out of it. I do like it a lot, but it is going to go back in my collection. Now I'm gonna show you my setting spray before I forget. And I made a lot more progress on this than I was expecting as well. And the packaging down here is a little bit colored, so I had to hold it up to the light to really see where I was. And this is the MAC Fix Plus Matte Setting Spray. And I already planned on this being in my summer and my fall project, but I think I will finish it up fairly early in the fall project based on this month's worth of progress. So let me just hush and just show it to you. So this isn't my year-long project pan, so that's what this first line is from, but this is intro, first update, and second update. So I only had used this a little bit because I was trying out some other products, I think. And oh no, I was focusing on a mini setting spray, that's why. But that's so much progress there. So it will not be finished by the finale, but like I said, this will be finished early on in the fall project, which is great because then I can add in another setting spray to start working on. I am enjoying this. I have others that I like a little bit more, and it is one of the older ones in my collection. Then for my powder, this is something that I'm weighing. This is the travel size of the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Brand new when I introduced it into this project. And this is something where I've tried to take out the stopper in one I had previously. I couldn't do it. Product sticks to the side, so it's going to be hard to tell when this is actually empty, except when I'm banging the crap out of it and no more powder is coming out. So at the intro, this weighed 1.39 ounces. First update, it was 1.325. And for my second update is 1.141. So that's a pretty significant jump, I'd say. So I'm very, very proud of that. I'm hoping it will be done by the finale. I'm just really not sure since there is that product stuck to the side. I've held it up in front of the light and it looks low. So we'll see. If not, I'll roll it into fall, finish it soon. Next, I have something that I had rolled into my last update to see if I wanted to pan it or not, and it is the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I rolled it in after I used up the Hoola liquid bronzer, and I used this for about 2 weeks, and as you can tell by the picture, I made a lot of progress on this, which is really exciting, and I really did enjoy using this. So basically I would apply my face primer, draw this on my forehead, my hollow of my cheek, then blend it out with the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush, put my foundation on, then pick up a little bit more directly from the stick with the brush, and then pat on a little bit more and blend it out. I can't, you know, go back in with the stick because it might mess up my makeup, but also it would be too harsh on my skin tone, and that worked really well. And I'm actually gonna put this to rest for the summer project because I really want to focus on my Hoola powder bronzer, but I have decided that I want to pan this in my fall project, and I might scoop down in here. Who knows? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm super happy with that progress. Literally only using it for like 2 weeks, so I'm excited for that for the fall project. So then for my Benefit Hoola powder bronzer, also it's so funny that I have got Benefit Hoola in liquid, cream, and powder in this project. At the last update, I showed you where I was in the original packaging, and then I did also show you a picture of what it looked like when I crushed it up. And I have been using it loose as a bronzer and a contour. I'll insert a picture so you can see, but you can see there's not too much left. It's super pigmented though, so basically I'm picking it up on a brush, tapping off the excess, and then I'm going into the lid. That way I'm, oh, now I got a little on my finger. That way I'm really like evenly coating the brush so I don't get like a big blotch on my face, although I didn't set my forehead well enough and it like stuck on there, so I had to go over top with the L'Oreal powder foundation to try to blend it out. This will be done by the finale. I'm only going to use this bronzer to make sure that it's done. I still have a decent amount left, but it's going to be finished, I promise you. Then we have my Hourglass face palette. I was working on 2 products in here, the powder in soft light and filtered light. I only used these a handful of times since my last update, even though I did switch the brushes and I really love that application. I still think that's like the perfect brushes to go with these products. It's just too much extra steps, too many extra steps for me, and I just don't really feel like doing it. So I am gonna put this to rest. I might roll it into my fall project. And I don't think I made any progress from last month, so I'm not even going to show you a close-up because it kind of messes up my lighting anyway. I'm okay with that though. I'm okay. I'm happy with the progress I'm making on everything else. Then we've got my eye products, and good progress on this first one. It is the Bobbi Brown Cream Shadow Stick in Golden Pink. I have my picture with my markings up on the screen as well, and you can see this is the tiniest nubbin left. When I went to apply it today, it actually fell out, so I stuck it back in and just rolled it up the tiniest amount. So right now I will be taking out, let me show you with a little, okay, this is what the nub looks like. That's all that's left. So I am going to put this in to a sample jar, squish it up, and apply it with a brush. And then I will call that quits. I'm not gonna scoop down into it in this project. And I'll be able to call it done with that. So I made a lot of progress over this past month, and I'm definitely feeling confident that this will be finished by the finale, which is great. As you know, I wasn't so sure about everything last month, but I'm feeling much better now. Then for my eyeshadow, that would be Anastasia Birkin. I did have like a really thin little piece up here, and now that it's completely gone, it will not be finished by the finale. This will be going into my fall project, but that is okay. And it's really because I've been using and reviewing so many palettes, and I try to just use the shadows in the palette if I can help it. But I did use a little bit of this today for my crease color. So I will pick up the pace. I will make sure it is done this year, but it's not gonna be my next month. Same with my liner. This is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Liner in Striking Copper. And I will have my picture with my paper markings on the screen. I was really excited to see that it did go down a little bit, and the last time I sharpened this, I actually had a really difficult time getting it to turn. So I feel like I will finish it in my fall project because of that. I mean, it's a shade that I love, that I wear with a ton of fall looks, but I'm not gonna be able to sharpen it all the way down to the bottom because I'm just not gonna be able to give it a good twist. And then we've got my other lip products. Another one that I made a ton of progress on would be the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in Laguna. As soon as I finished the Rare Beauty, I started using this. Look at this little nub. That's insane. That's so good. So this will be done for sure. I am going to only use this one until I finish it. And then with whatever time I have left, I'll focus on this. But this will be done by next month for sure, which is very exciting. I don't love this. I'm so happy I got the mini though, because I was going to buy with my points the full size in Orgasm. I am not doing that now. Not worth it. And then the other lip product I have is the Sephora Melting Lip Click in Caramel. This is something that I was weighing. I have no idea how much product is in here. I mean, it says, but you know, with the packaging and everything, especially for something like this, I just don't know. So at the enter, it weighed 0.442 ounces. First update was 0.432. Second update is 0.414. So some good progress this month, which I'm very excited about. And you know, it's still clicking. If I can finish them both, that would be great, but I have no idea where I am with this. So NARS is gonna be my main priority, then I'll focus on this. If it's not finished, I'll roll it into my fall project, although I really don't want to do that because I have other things in mind to pan, but this is in my year-long project and it will be finished this year. So guys, this was a super successful update. 3 empties, great progress on everything else except that Hourglass palette, which is okay. And I know that I will have some empties at the finale, which is so fantastic. So I would love to hear your thoughts on these products in the comments down below, and I would love to know what things you are panning right now. I'm also doing my year-long project pan and my sample project pan. Both playlists will be linked up in the cards. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.